Hello everyone. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something really valuable, building those positive lifestyle habits, for personal growth and, well, just feeling more content.
Absolutely. And you've given us some great material lists of habits, strategies, even a 30-day plan.
Right. So our mission today is to pull out the best bits, the really actionable stuff without getting everyone totally bogged down, kind of a personalized guide based on what you shared.
Exactly. We want you to walk away knowing not just what habits are good, but why they work and, crucially, how to actually make them stick.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. So, based on the sources, we'll kick off with a top 10 list, the habits that seem to be real powerhouses for growth and contentment. Then we'll zoom out a bit, look at a bigger list of 26 habits grouped by life areas.
Which is helpful for seeing the bigger picture.
Definitely. After that, we'll get into how the strategies for making these habits last.
And finally, that 30-day challenge as a practical starting point.
Perfect. So let's dive in. First on that top 10 list is goal setting.
Right, and not just vague ideas. The material really points to SMART goals.
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. That framework seems key, turning wishes into actual plans.
Yeah, it gives you clarity. And breaking down big goals is part of that too.
Why is breaking them down so effective, do you think?
Well, it makes huge goals feel less overwhelming. Each small step is a win, right? It keeps you motivated. You feel like you're actually getting somewhere.
That makes sense. Keeps the momentum going. Okay, next, planning.
Daily or weekly planning. Using notes, calendars, apps, whatever works.
Yeah, I find if I don't schedule something, it just vanishes. What's the real benefit here?
It's about being proactive, not just reacting to whatever comes up. You're shaping your day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Cuts down on that feeling of chaos.
Got it. Okay, number 3, regular exercise. We all know it's important.
Yeah, the advice is around 30 minutes most days. But the key thing the sources mention is finding activities you actually like.
Right. Walking, running, swimming, yoga, dancing, whatever floats your boat, not just forcing yourself.
Exactly. If you hate it, you won't stick with it. Enjoyment is critical for making it a habit, plus all the mood and energy benefits.
Absolutely. And closely related, healthy eating.
The usual suspects here: more fruits, veggies, whole grains, lean protein, healthy fats.
And less processed stuff. Sugary drinks, unhealthy fats. Pretty standard advice.
It is, but the connection to growth and contentment is about fuel. Good food supports your brain, your mood, your energy. Everything else builds on that foundation. It's not about crazy diets, just sustainable choices.
Makes sense. Okay, next up, something many struggle with. Sufficient sleep.
Around 7-8 hours seems to be the target, and a regular schedule is emphasized.
Yeah, plus avoiding caffeine or alcohol too close to bedtime. Why is the regular schedule so important?
It's all about your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock. A regular schedule keeps that rhythm stable, which affects hormones, mood, focus, basically everything. Messing it up throws things off balance.
Okay, moving on to meditation and mindfulness.
Even just 5-10 minutes a day. Lots of apps and guides can help get started.
It seems like it's about finding a bit of calm in the craziness. What's the power there?
Well, even short bursts train your brain. You learn to be more present, less automatically reactive to stress. Mindfulness is about noticing without judging. Meditation trains attention. Together, they build resilience.
Interesting. Number 7 is reading.
Yeah, books, articles, blogs, whatever interests you.
More than just grabbing information. Right, what else does it do for personal growth?
It's like a workout for your brain. New ideas, different viewpoints. It sparks creativity, critical thinking. Just expands your world.
And that links nicely to the next one. Learning new skills.
Which isn't just for your CV. It boosts confidence, creativity, opens doors.
Online courses, books, workshops, finding a tutor. Lots of ways to do it. What's the psychological boost?
Pushing your comfort zone builds resilience. Accomplishing something new feels good.
Yeah.
It boosts confidence, makes you want to learn more. It's a positive cycle.
Definitely. Okay, nearly done with top 10. Number 9, connecting with others.
It's super important. Spending time with family, friends, social activities, meeting new people. It's about belonging, support.
Reduces stress, increases happiness. Why are these connections so fundamental?
We're wired for it, basically. Humans are social. Those connections give us community, support when things are tough, and just generally make life better. Research even links it to physical health.
Wow. Okay, and the final one in the top 10, gratitude.
Actively focusing on the good stuff. Simple things like reflecting daily or keeping a journal.
How does that actually work? How does focusing on the good increase happiness?
It kind of rewires your focus, doesn't it? You train yourself to notice the positives, which can counter negativity and boost optimism. It's simple, but quite profound for shifting your mindset.
Okay, that top 10 gives a really solid base. But you mentioned the sources also had a much longer list, 26 habits.
Yeah, more comprehensive view, categorized by life areas. It really shows how habits touch everything.
Right, let's glance at those categories. First, health and longevity. No surprises here. Healthy eating, exercise, sleep.
Ones we covered. But it also adds stress management things like meditation again, deep breathing, yoga.
And drinking enough water? Often overlooked, that one. Why is hydration so vital?
Well, water's involved in pretty much everything your body does. Temperature regulation, nutrient transport, waste removal, brain function. Being dehydrated long term is just bad news all around.
Got it. Next category, personal growth and success. Includes meditation, continuous learning, goal setting.
Yep, reinforcing those key ones, but also time management and practicing focus.
Practicing focus. In our super distracted world, that feels like a superpower. Why is it so key for growth?
Because the ability to direct your attention intentionally is rare now. Focus lets you engage deeply, learn better, be more productive. It cuts through the mental noise.
Makes sense. Then there's improving quality of life. This has positive relationships and gratitude again.
Also orderliness.
Tidiness. How does being orderly improve quality of life?
Well, physical clutter can create mental clutter, right? A tidier space can feel calmer, less stressful, frees up mental energy.
True. This category also has focusing on quality of life itself and practicing mindfulness living in the present.
Which links back nicely to meditation.
Then we have self-care. Includes skincare, healthy eating again, meditation again.
Morning exercise, and practicing positive thinking too. It really hammers home the need to nurture yourself.
Why is self-care so foundational?
It prevents burnout, basically. You need to recharge to keep going. It's not selfish. It's about having the energy and clarity to pursue everything else. And seeing habits repeated shows how central they are.
Okay, next category might pique some interest. Financial advancement.
Yes, avoiding unnecessary purchases, financial planning, saving, investing.
Habits for long-term security. How do these connect to contentment?
Well, money stress is a huge barrier to feeling content, isn't it? Positive financial habits give you control, reduce anxiety, create security. That frees you up mentally.
Good point. And finally, a crucial category, habits to abandon.
Just as important. Things like procrastination, comparing yourself to others, excessive social media use.
Why focus on starting things?
Because these negative habits are like roadblocks. Procrastination creates stress. Comparison kills confidence. Too much social media drains time and mental health. Getting rid of them makes space for the good stuff.
It's really striking how much overlap there is. Healthy eating, exercise, meditation, they're clearly fundamental.
Exactly. They're the core principles. Nailing even a few of these can have ripple effects everywhere else.
Okay, so we know what habits are good, but the big question is, how do we make them stick? The sources had 4 key strategies, right?
Yes, this is where the rubber meets the road. Knowing isn't enough. Doing it consistently is the challenge.
Right. So, strategy 1, making habits permanent. This involves things like linking a new habit to an old one.
Yeah, like reading after your morning coffee. It's called habit stacking. Use an existing routine as an anchor.
Also tracking progress journals, apps, calendars.
That visual feedback is motivating. And accountability, telling someone your goals.
And rewarding yourself for milestones. Why do these things work so well?
Stacking uses existing brain pathways. Tracking shows progress. Accountability adds support. Rewards provide positive reinforcement. It's all about making it easier and more desirable for your brain.
Okay, strategy 2, making habits enjoyable. Seems obvious, but
Crucial. Choose activities you actually like. Pair habits with things you enjoy: music while exercising, tea while reading.
introduce variety, do it with friends. How does enjoyment help it stick?
Your brain seeks pleasure. If a habit feels good, you're more likely to repeat it. It stops feeling like a chore and becomes something you want to do.
Makes perfect sense. Third strategy, simplifying habits.
Yes, start small. Like ridiculously small. 5 minutes of exercise.
Reduce obstacles, keep your running shoes by the door, books on the nightstand.
Use tech meditation apps, reminders. Plan ahead so you don't have to think too much in the moment.
What's the magic of starting so small?
It lowers the barrier. It feels easy, achievable. You build momentum with small wins, gain confidence, and then you can gradually increase it. Progress over perfection.
Love that. And the final strategy, making habits consistent.
Stick to the schedule as much as possible, but also be flexible.
Right. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up.
Exactly. Just get back on track the next day.
Yeah.
Learn from slip-ups. Don't let them derail you completely. And review your habits regularly. Do they still fit?
Why is that blend of consistency and flexibility so key?
Consistency builds the automaticity. Flexibility handles real life, prevents discouragement. Reviewing keeps habits relevant. It's about long-term sustainability.
The sources gave good examples too, like the SMART goal for weight loss, or just going for a walk instead of aiming for a full gym session.
Yeah, or making a salad you actually look forward to eating. Practical stuff.
From the sleep hygiene tips fit nicely into consistency.
They really bridge that gap from theory to, okay, what do I actually do? Small, manageable adjustments.
Okay, so to really help listeners put this into practice, the sources laid out a 30-day personal growth challenge.
Which looks like a great framework. Weekly themes, simple daily actions. It builds momentum.
Let's walk through it quickly. Week 1 is self-care and energy.
Foundational stuff. Water, light exercise, sleep, healthy meals, skincare, bit of meditation, gratitude.
Building that base.
Absolutely crucial. Can't build much if the foundation isn't there. It's the fuel.
Week 2 shifts to focus and mental discipline.
Things like planning your day, limiting social media, that's a big one.
Reading, mindful eating or walking, setting a small weekly goal, prioritizing tasks, and avoiding comparison.
Tackling social media is key for mental discipline these days, wouldn't you say? It frees up so much attention.
Definitely. Okay, week 3 goes into financial and personal growth.
Reviewing expenses, listening to something financial, setting a financial goal.
Exploring income ideas or new skills, positive self-talk, connecting with someone, starting to learn something new, feels more outward looking.
Yeah, expanding beyond immediate well-being to longer-term goals, proactive steps.
And week 4 is consolidation, breaking bad habits, and looking ahead.
Recording achievements. Consciously dropping one bad habit like mindless phone checking.
Tackling procrastination, doing something kind, resisting an impulse buy, doing a solo enjoyable activity.
Focused work block. A day without complaining, and then reviewing the month and planning ahead.
It's like integrating everything.
Exactly. Solidifying changes, addressing lingering issues, and planning for what's next, making it sustainable.
What I like is that each day is just one simple action. It's not overwhelming.
Right. Gradual, consistent progress. That's the whole idea. Makes it feel achievable for anyone.
So, wrapping up this deep dive, the big takeaway seems clear. Small, positive habits done consistently really add up. They lead to growth, success, well-being.
And it's all interconnected, isn't it? Progress in one area boosts others. It's a powerful positive cycle.
Absolutely. So for everyone listening, maybe take a moment. Which habit or strategy really clicked for you today?
Was it starting that meditation? Or maybe tackling one of those habits to abandon?
That 30-day challenge could be a great practical starting point if you're feeling motivated.
And maybe ask yourself, what's one tiny thing, one actionable step you could take today based on this?
Just one small move. And here's a final thought to chew on. Picture yourself focusing on just one or two of these habits consistently for the next year.
Imagine the compound effect, the unexpected positive changes that can happen just from that small daily commitment.
So reflect on your routines. Find that one small step you can take right now. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.